Good morning, welcome back to Living on a UK State Pension. My name's Tanya, I'm 68 years old, and for the next 10 weeks I'm going to be living on my UK State Pension and saving my civil service pension to put back some much needed money into my savings from my renovation overspend and furniture. So this is a shop at Lidl. It came to £5.21. I activated 2 of my coupons for garlic and sugar, which gave me 16p off the sugar and 6p off the garlic. So the granulated sugar cost me 93p and the garlic cost me 31. The lettuce, iceberg lettuce, cost me 69. The oregano as the Americans say, it was 79. I bought 3 kidney beans at 49, which was £1.47, and 2 baked beans. And then I hadn't realised I was out of kidney beans at all. So they're to replace what's missing. And I forgot bran, but I have got a little bit left, so that should wait till the end of the week. I've got enough of everything else. So my total so far with the £5.21 spent today is £46.66, which gives me £13.34 for the next 2 weeks. And while I was there, I did a shop for the food bank as such. I don't know how I miscalculated, but I ended up having to go back in again and spend a bit more money. I had £24 to spend. As you can see, I bought some sanitary products. I bought some shower gels and shampoo. And in this one, I bought baby wipes, toothbrushes, and 3 laundry liquids. Because it's not all about food, it's about other things around food, keeping ourselves clean and keeping our clothes clean when you hit hard times. So that lot came to £23.55. So I put 45p in the till donation pot, and in all honesty, I could only just about get it in because they are so full at the moment. Which is good, but yes, they desperately need emptying. Sent £40 down to Home Start. Sent £40 down to Home Start, and they've promised me a receipt. So I'll put that on the screen as soon as I get it. Good evening. Yes, it's evening. Guess who fell asleep on the sofa? This morning, after I got back from doing a bit of shopping, I didn't go to my kettlebell class. I cancelled it. I'd been up twice with Bertie in the night and he would not settle till the early hours. And yeah, I'm shattered. But I've had a little bit of a catch up. So I didn't notice that once again, Lidl had not given me my receipt. But this morning I spent the grand sum of £2.55 on brown flakes, which cost 73p. The gravy granules got an extra 16p off. So that I only spent 93p on them instead of £1.09. And the apples were 89p because I got 30p off those. They were a front line, but if you use your Lidl Plus card, they were giving you 44% off. Otherwise, you'd pay the full price. So £2.55 spent, and I wanted the apples because I'm going to make some sweet treats for myself again. I think I'm down to one left. One left of the ones that I made. They are nice. I like them very much, and they're handy because I don't eat breakfast. And going to exercise with nothing in you is quite hard sometimes. And look who's on the front of the Lidl leaflet. Goodness, they're obviously earning too much money, aren't they? They're obviously raking in too much money to have people like Schwarzenegger advertising their products. But there we are. I'll just move this over to one side. Oh, these were my freebie. Now, ridiculous as it may seem, she gave me the receipt for that. Now, how bizarre is that? Didn't give me the receipt for the things I paid for, but gave me the receipt for the thing that I didn't pay for. £1.79. They'll be chopped up and put in the freezer. Some I may use fresh. I'm going to have a go at making a pizza with a potato base tomorrow or the day after. Just come back from a late shop at Iceland late in the evening, and it was good because everything was reduced. Mozzarella will be coming handy for the pizza, and that will stay fresh. Despite today's date, that will stay fresh for a long time. One of these hams is going in the freezer, the other will go in the fridge, and Bertie and I will share it. And the chicken that was £2.48 instead of £4.95, half price, will go straight away in my air fryer to be cooked, and then I'll break it down a bit later. But these should have been £2.25 and I got them for 50p. And I don't know, let me see, is it on the receipt how much the mozzarella should have been? Mozzarella should have been £2.85 and I got it for 50p. So really good savings there. Although I do think some of the things in Iceland are a bit steep anyway, but yeah, 50p is 50p, isn't it? So the grand sum of £3.98 spent there. My food total so far comes to £53.19, which means I've got £6.81 left. Yes, I've got 2 weeks to go, but by the time all of this goes in the cupboard, did I mention that was 73p? Sorry, I probably went over things too fast. More than enough food in the freezer and the cupboard, and this will do me at least 8 for 8 meals with stock produced from the bones as well. So get on with that. I've already made a salad towards my tea tonight. I'm starving. It is 6:20 in the evening. I'm going to have some chilli, a little bit of rice. I don't think I'll use all that chilli. I'll probably have some of it for lunch tomorrow on a piece of toast for lunch. But we'll see, maybe with some mozzarella on the top. One of my small squares of toast with chilli and a slice of mozzarella melted on the top. Good afternoon and welcome back to Living on a UK State Pension. There may be an introduction, so I'm going to leave that there. Before I went to Aquasize today, it's my first time this week because of Bertie being poorly. It's Thursday, and yeah, I finally got a night's sleep. Well, I got 6 hours before I was woken up with his coughing again. But he is definitely on the mend, because when I'd finished my bits and pieces this morning, he was already sitting next to the front door waiting to go for a walk. Whereas for 2 days, even 3 days, he was doing nothing except going back to bed. He'd come and check his food and have a drink, and he'd have something to eat and then go straight back to bed. He wasn't interested. So he's on the mend, thank goodness. And he didn't need any anti-inflammatories. He's coped with the coughing, and the honey and warm water has helped dramatically. And he kept drinking. I kept making sure there was water everywhere for him. Now, because I'm trying to use up some more tomatoes, I roasted these in the bottom of the oven this morning. I may put them under the grill in a moment just to finish them off. but I tested out my oven because I've got an automatic facility on it where I can time it, and it did switch itself off, and the house wasn't on fire when I got home. So I did everything right when I set it up. It's quite simple, actually. I can't complain. It's quite a simple mechanism to do. And you just put the timer on, and then the oven switches itself off. No having to set start or stop. You just switch the oven on, put it half an hour or 50 minutes or whatever, and then it switches itself off. Now, what I'm making out of 400 grams of cherry tomatoes with some of the insides taken out, and 400 grams of plum tomatoes that I've got, 2 onions diced. Now these can be red or white. The recipe says red. I don't often have red at certain times of the year, so I've got white, so they'll have to do. And you need a heavy bottomed pot. Now this has got a double layer at the bottom. I was going to use my pressure cooker pan because that is very heavy, but I thought, no, this one will do. This will do. And this supposedly makes 4 jars of tomato chili jam, and in brackets next to the tomato chili jam is grown up tomato ketchup, it's called. So in there is 2 chopped tomatoes. I am going to be blitzing this at the end to make it smooth, but you can leave it chunky. No fat added, just letting the juices of the tomato do the work with the onions, and leave that to start working. Right, I've probably still got another couple of kilos outside. I'm trying to strip from the same plants now so that I can pull them out once I've taken all the tomatoes off. I don't know, the temperatures we've had the last couple of days have been abysmal. The only good thing is my 2 peppers that are going red rapidly have continued to go red despite the cooler temperatures. Today when I went to Aquasize, it was 13 degrees. Right, to this you can add 3 large chilies if you have chilies. I don't have chilies, but I have crushed chili flakes. So I'm only going to add 1 heaped one for now because these are quite strong. I can add more, but I can't take it away, can I? So I'm just going to add 1 for now. I can add a little bit more a bit later if needed. And heaped or 2 flat ginger, or 2 inches of grated fresh ginger, whatever you've got. Adapt. Right, I'm going to add 250 mils of cider vinegar or white wine vinegar, whatever you've got. And 300 grams of sugar. It can be brown sugar. If you want this to come out like a dark colour, you can use brown sugar. Now it does say star anise. I've never added star anise because I never have it in the house. So no star anise, but I do have soy sauce. 2 teaspoons. That's good. And basically now, I just turn it down. Don't put a lid on it because you want some of this liquid to disappear, for it to get nice and thick like a jam. Right, I'm just going to take some of this and blitz it. I'm using a slotted spoon to leave the liquid behind. There we are, back in. Now we've got to get rid of some of this water, so it just means simmering. I have just added another teaspoon of the chili flakes. I tried it again. It's got the afterbite to it, which means as the water goes down, it will make that stronger. I've still got quite a lot of liquid, but you can see how dark it's going and how rich the colour is changing on it. As soon as you can pass the spoon and leave a divot, shall we say, in it that doesn't fill with liquid, you're at the right texture. So I'm going to do another 10 minutes. Right, it could do with another 5 minutes, but I'm going to leave mine a little bit on the sloppy side. It will set. I've just got these out of the microwave. I'm just getting rid of a little bit of the condensation inside. That is hot. There we are. I've done 4 jars. This one I'm leaving just in case it's the biggest one. Ow, that is hot. Right, I've got some left over. Need a very small jar, which I haven't got. There we are. Not quite 4 jars, but it does depend on water content, etc., of your tomatoes. Let me have a taste. It's got the right amount of kick to it. Oh, tell me I've judged the wrong, picked the wrong lid, actually. That one goes on that one, and that one goes on that one. And that is hot. You need a cloth. Two, 3, and a bit. How's Bertie? You feeling better, Bubs? You feeling better? You feeling better? You had chicken? You had ham? Have you been spoilt? Have you been spoilt? Has Bertie been spoilt? Have you? You have, haven't you? But you're a lot better. You're a lot better. Shall I go and get you some more chicken? Put it on here. Good boy, Bubs. There's some more in the kitchen when you decide you're going to get up. I knew he'd get up once he got a taste for the chicken. Good boy. Where are you going? On the mat with it? Oh, it's taking it outside. Taking it outside. Got another piece here.